is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. I know you guys wanted to hear my opinion on this Trevor Ariza getting traded back to Washington, where he was able to help them take a leap and make the playoffs, and give them that size and that length. And he was one of the most key parts to the Laker team, and he's one of those people that you always think about defense when you bring up his name and three-point shooting. And even when Washington didn't have Otto Porter, they had signed Trevor Ariza to give him just that, a guy that can space out the floor for John Wall and Bradley Beal, while also giving him professionalism and leadership, because he already won a championship with the Lakers. And he's back in Washington. One thing that I said was funny about this is like a dream, kind of when you go wanting to be a free agent and you get a chance to pick your destination where you want to play next, and you go to a team like Phoenix where you think that you can help them. They make trades. They pick up Jamal Crawford. They trade with the Rockets. They got Devin Booker, gets the #1 pick. They added a lot of veterans on this team to try to fix their culture, is the popular word, these last 2 years, and give them some winning players and some veterans that can help them out and teach them the ropes and help them close and win games, which they haven't really been able to do because they had injuries and they just is all over the place defensively. But Trevor Ariza that's what he was supposed to bring. Plus, on top of that, he gets $15 million, and he got a 1 year, $15 million. He wanted a big payday. He wanted his money, and he got it. And he got his starting position. And the funny thing about it is now he got traded to one of his top 4 teams that he wanted to go to, was the Washington Wizards. Funny thing about it is they didn't want to pay him the $15 million. Now he got to the Wizards and he get his $15 million. So if you really think about it, that's a win-win for the Washington Wizards. They get a guy that they want, and Trevor Ariza get his $15 million. And he can become a free agent next year and make even more money, or even get another destination. If you don't want to stay with Washington, he can always pick where he wants to go anyway. Next year, since he got his $15 million this year, maybe he take a pay cut, or maybe he'll set a smaller role as he is getting older. But he still can play, he still can contribute, and he's one of the more respected players around the league. Austin Rivers, I was a big believer in Austin Rivers coming out of high school. He had a decent college, ended up being a #10 pick from the Pelicans. Never could get off the right footing with the Pelicans. Coming off the bench, couldn't get too much minutes. Really didn't function well. He had his best year last year with the Clippers with his dad. Really came out there, gave him a lot of firepower, able to handle the ball, create shots for his teammates, also get his own shot off the dribble, and he can do decent amount of damage from the three-point line. I've always been a person that liked Austin Rivers. He has disappointed me, but he is 26. I thought this was a great pickup for the Washington Wizards when he did get signed. But he only shot 39% from the field. He shot 31 from 3. He shot 54 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and he only averaged 7 points. So he was never the player that I thought he would be. But like I said, coming off that last season with the Clippers, I thought that this was the perfect time to get him. His confidence was high. His playing was at an all-time high level. And to pick him up for how they picked him up, I thought that he'll be very good for that bench that was lacking depth. And he really didn't fill in that void, being basically mediocre. And John Wall has missed games this year, and we haven't really seen that it factor that he had last year. Maybe it was just how Doc Rivers was using them and putting them in those spots, or the trust and belief in them, and maybe he just didn't function right with this Wizards team, so they got rid of him. Obviously, Kelly Oubre is another highlight in this trade. A guy that can really do multiple things. He can play the 3, he can play the 4, he can switch a little bit when he wants to play defense. He's a guy that the Wizards, I said, coming into this year was going to have to let go. They just couldn't afford to pay him the money that he wanted to get paid. And they're just the God honest truth. He gave him 43 from the field in 10 attempts, 31 from three. He gave him 80% from the free throw line the last 2 years. He gave him 4 rebounds and 12.9 points in only 26 minutes. That's what you want out of a guy. Obviously, you would want him to shoot a three ball a little bit better, but in 26 minutes, playing multiple positions and multiple different types of lineups, that's good production for a bench player. Same with Austin Rivers. 7 points is a lot. If he could do it just a little bit efficiently, he probably can give you double digits, but neither one of them was really great from three, and neither one of them was going to stay here long term. Now, the Wizards, they get a guy that can play the three or the four and some two, depending on who he's defending. And what lineups they have out there. This gives them a lot of versatility and flexibility because they do still have Otto Porter, who is a decent rebounder for his position. I definitely like Ariza, and I feel like this is a good pickup for them. They didn't really trade too much, and like I said, worst case scenario, if Trevor Ariza decides to leave, you get $15 million off the books, and you can use that money, which they're going to be capped out because John Wall gets a pay increase this up and coming season. So they're going to have to pay a lot of that money to John Wall, which they won't if they keep him this season, which we don't know yet. They're going to have to pay him basically that $15 million going to go to John Wall, and they're going to be stuck where they are now, which is a mediocre team that's not a championship contender, but they still do have 2 All-Stars on their roster, which a lot of teams would die to have. But when you paying them the kind of money to have this big three, and Otto Porter has never stepped up to be that all-star caliber player that he was developing, that we thought he would develop into, he has become a marksman. But other than that, he doesn't really handle the ball well. He doesn't score well enough. He doesn't rebound dominant enough, and he don't create his own shot consistent enough. So Otto Porter got paid to be a Trevor Ariza with bigger potential and a higher ceiling. Hasn't really lived up to that, and that's really what hurted them, paying Otto Porter like he was going to be the next star for them, and he never reached that full potential, and that's why they stuck in here. Plus, the John Wall knee injuries hurted them too, because he missed a lot of time last year. There was a good team last year. He went down, and then they became terrible. After they got off to a little hot start, they got terrible, and then they fell off completely. But I think this is a good trade. Kelly Oubre gets to go to a team that can potentially re-sign him, as he should be a restricted free agent this season. So they should be able to match any offer. He's a guy that can do multiple things, like I said. And if they do want to keep him, they're not going to really pay him that much money. But even if they do, they have the cap space to do so. But they still do have a log jam. Getting rid of Trevor Ariza, getting Kelly Oubre back in return ain't really going to fix their log jam problem at that forward position, because they still do have Mikal Bridges. They still do have Josh Jackson. They still do have TJ Warren, and Kelly Oubre is a forward. So I doubt he ends up staying with Phoenix anyway. But Austin Rivers, I can see him definitely getting bought out, because he only signed a small deal too. So I can see him getting bought out, because I don't really see him playing with Phoenix for the rest of this season, knowing that he's not going to get that many minutes. And even if he does, he's going to be. I don't think they're going to re-sign him, because Austin Rivers just haven't played starting caliber basketball for a whole 82 game season, and that's just to sum it up. But they do need a point guard. DeAnthony Milton, I like the guy, but Devin Booker is down. They do need somebody that can handle the ball and create their own shot and create shots for Aiden and the shooters like Bridges. And obviously, TJ Warren became a decent three-point shooter. Plus, Austin Rivers can handle the ball, create his own shot, break down the defense, get to the free throw line. And maybe if they give him more minutes, maybe they can get a redemption chip on the shoulder. Austin Rivers, after being traded and gave up on, maybe he comes with a different mentality. Maybe he gets humbled, and maybe he sees that his career could be dwindling in the NBA at this point, and maybe he wants to go out here and get a good impression for free agency next year, which I can see, because he did it last year when he was a contract year. Maybe he do it again for Phoenix. But if he don't make it in Phoenix, I definitely will see some decent teams picking up Austin Rivers after he gets bought out, if it happens, and picks him up for cheap and just has him as a eighth or ninth guy off the bench. He can be even seventh, eighth, or ninth off that bench, which means he'll still have a chance to play in the NBA and get at least 15 to 25 minutes, which he can make an impact in those minutes if he does play a lot better. It could be the system, it could be the personnel, it could be the fit. Maybe this just wasn't a good deal for him. Maybe it just wasn't a good fit for him. Maybe he just need a fresh new start with another team. And Phoenix could give him the opportunity because right now they don't really have a legitimate point guard, and Devin Booker is out, so somebody's going to have to take those shots. They're relying on the old Jamal Crawford to create a lot of their shots, especially in the fourth quarter. That's an opportunity I definitely could see Austin Rivers taking. He always been known as a chucker and a gunner. He gonna have a lot of opportunities in Phoenix, but that's only if he stay the rest of the season and don't get bought out. So let me know what you guys think. Is this a good thing for the Wizards? This is what they need: a professional, somebody that can teach them how to win, somebody that can get that locker room straight, like people been saying, and somebody that's gonna come in and really up their defense and give them more versatility and allow them to go small. And is it a good trade for Phoenix getting rid of Ariza, who's paid $15 million and really wasn't playing that well either? And you get a young prospect in Oubre that you can try out, get a pass, and see how well he gonna fit in. See if he can be something that you don't have. See if you can utilize him other ways, and you won't really know until you get him. Now that they got him, they can try him out and see if that's what they want, direction they want to go in there. If they're interested in keeping him, you won't know until he's in your locker room. Now he's in their locker room. Now they get to see how he works, how he is, and how much he wants it. And then on top of that, you definitely get Austin Rivers, a guy that I don't really see staying there that long. But if he does, you still do need a point guard, and the fact that he can create his own shot and create shots for others because he has an attack mentality, a score first mentality at that. That can give them a different dynamic that they don't have currently, and they only really got one point guard because they got rid of Isaiah Cannon, which is DeAnthony Milton, who can play both positions, and so can Austin Rivers. That give you another dynamic. So that's there too. Check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link it in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link it in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching. That's why I continue to go. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. And once more trades come out, I'll be back in the studio giving y'all more videos. Let me know what you guys think about this trade in the comment section below. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.